I have an update to share, and it's going to be a little messy, and it's going to be really vulnerable. But because of how quick the response was, with so many people recognizing what was going on.
Hello everyone, and welcome to today's deep dive into one of TikTok's most controversial figures, Flightless Bird, also known as Birdie. In August 2024, Birdie captivated and alarmed the TikTok community with a series of videos that appeared to document her husband's mental health crisis in real time.
In January of this year, I watched the best friend that I've ever had in this whole world, the only person who has ever made me feel safe and worthy and loved, turn into somebody that I did not recognize or know.
2 days ago, I shared that my husband of 10 years was acting really off and saying some things that at the time I was still taking pretty lighthearted because I didn't understand. It was still hard to believe, even when everyone was saying that it ticked all of the boxes for a manic episode. But things turned so fast. Once I confronted him, the night that I posted the first video, we had a talk about how his symptoms were really matching a manic episode, and that I was very concerned that it was because he was on a new medication that he'd never been on before.
However, the revelation that these videos were dramatizations of past events sparked widespread outrage and raised important questions about authenticity and ethics on social media.
So as a former theater kid, this was her way of retelling her story.
As many of you have speculated over the past week, our story is a retelling.
The problem is she made it seem like she was truly in a dangerous situation with her kids. People were genuinely worried for her. Not long ago, she made a video saying that she's going to keep her account up because she needs to sit with this. Well, I'm going to be unfollowing because I'm not going to be manipulated into this scam anymore.
Birdie emerged on TikTok under the handle @flightless.bird, sharing emotionally charged videos that depicted her husband's alleged manic episode, which she attributed to a reaction to Zoloft. She portrayed herself as a distressed wife and mother of 4, seeking advice and support from viewers. The raw and urgent nature of her content quickly garnered attention, with many users expressing concern for her safety and that of her children. After several days of posting, Birdie disclosed that the events she depicted had actually occurred months earlier, in January 2024, and that her videos were reenactments intended to raise awareness about mental health crises. This admission led to significant backlash as viewers felt misled and emotionally manipulated. Critics argued that presenting such serious topics without clear disclaimers could re-traumatize individuals with similar experiences and undermine trust in genuine accounts of mental health struggles. The controversy was widely covered by various media outlets. Distractify provided a comprehensive overview of the situation, highlighting the deceptive nature of Birdie's content and the subsequent public outrage. Additionally, psychologist Dr. Patrice Berry discussed the implications of the controversy, focusing on the potential harm caused by blurring the lines between reality and dramatization in mental health narratives. So if there's one thing you take away from this, let it be this: think twice before sharing your deepest, most personal stories online, and think 3 times before believing everything you see on social media. We're living in a time where serious topics like mental health are being thrown around like clickbait, and that's not just careless, it's harmful. Mental health isn't a content genre, it's not something to casually reenact or dress up for views. People who've gone through real trauma don't need to see someone else acting it out for TikTok clout, especially without warning. It's re-traumatizing, it's manipulative, and it's becoming way too common. And here's where things get even more twisted. Some Reddit users are speculating that the story Birdie told wasn't even hers. Yeah, that she might have pieced it together from other people's real experiences and stitched it into her own fake narrative. If that's true, it's not just unethical, it's disturbing. That's not raising awareness. That's cosplay with other people's pain. At the end of the day, the internet isn't therapy, and clout is a terrible substitute for honesty. So protect your peace, question what you watch, and remember, just because something feels real doesn't mean it is.